I think men who go to the opera and pretend they're so civilized, they're full of shit. Underneath it, they still have their hatred. They still want to kill. And, you know, I think the whole society of, we wear our suits, we walk around, how are you, we shake hands. In the meantime, I shake a hand with a guy, I look at him, maybe he's better than me. I'd like to kick his face in. What makes him think he's so hot? I mean, there's so much violent undercurrent going on between men who are competitive. We're competitive for each other's women. We're competitive for each other's money. We're just plain competitive. Say grace, ace, before I wipe that smile from your face. With a fist, get the gist? Gonna get ya on a stretcher. Get the picture? I'll eat you for lunch. Hey, Judy, meat punch. Right? I want an overhand right to the queen. I want to knock out the queen, the freaking queen. Because those little English sissy boys in their freaking Bermuda shorts, man, were killed. This country, too. What's his name? Bush, he's a queen. I think he wears women's clothes like J. Edgar Hoover. Snap, that's it. Get angry. They're stupid, febile. They're like antique people, man. They don't even exist. Got some stupid fucking little island in the middle of nowhere. You got a better island than them. You got some good resorts, you know? That's it, Pedro. You know, cheat a little, too. The judge is in my pocket. Cheat a little. Headbutt. I don't think they're even going to show up when they take a look at you. You know, English turd. Fucking sewer rats. I feel when I land a really good punch, I'm happy. I say, okay, fucker, you're in trouble. I want to hurt the bastard. And I'll hate him, and he's my enemy, and I want to do anything to destroy him. Oh, yeah. I'd kind of like to kill somebody.
Sorry, can I get you guys' attention, please?
Can I
get you guys' attention, please?
I've been in the
Chaps. Okay, this is the moment of truth, so to speak, okay? You guys have worked hard, you train every day, you did your routine in the gymnasium, you put the groundwork in, you put all the effort that's necessary.
Now, I know how boxers are. You build demons in front of you, and you think that the person in front of you has trained harder than anybody else and has run all the miles that he has and has done everything he's supposed to do. Well, in reality, he's a businessman just like you, and he's cut corners just like you have or have not.
I know in the pit of your stomach, you guys want, when that final bell ring, you know, damn, I got the best of him. I was the man there, okay? So that's the objective, to be able to feel and contain yourself at all costs. And if you can do that and carry it out in the way that you want, you know, when that final bell rings, you all will have clarity about yourself and your inner self. Cool?
Most of our opponents are novice fellows, real green. They've only been in the ring and in the gym for a few months, okay? Now, they're adults and you're adults. You know what you're doing, you know what boxing is all about, so you're here to have a good time. But remember, you're businessmen. Don't hurt the guy, don't let him hurt you.
Remember this tune? A man's gotta do. But what? In these days of no wars anymore. The Wild West's gone the way of T-Rex. So what's a dude gonna do to flex his pecs? Impress the fair sex? Might this be the way in the gym and the ring? Oh, you poor thing. Your life's so banal. You miss Guadalcanal. Shit. And Korea. God damn. And Vietnam. Oh, fuck. Of all the bad luck.
Who's your opponent?
Here he is, land of the muscle.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes,
bloody hell.
and he's a fighter. He's been fighting for a long time, boxing for an awful long time.
So what's your aim then? Just to punch him?
Yeah, that's what boxers do.
That's a bit boring if you're not going to try and knock him out.
Well, we'll see, eh? We'll see.
Stop. You okay? Stand deep now. Okay? I'm going to pretend I'm coming here. 1, 2, game right back. 3, 4, 5, game right back. 6, 7, 8. Okay? Come forward.
This is not about unlicensed underground bouts. This is about sparring. This is about guys who want to get in and test themselves, test their skills.
How hurt have you been before?
I've never been.
You've never been hurt?
I've been
You're
hit.
a big wuss.
I've been hurt, and you know, off it goes. You learn to deal with pain. It's a pain business. Trust me.
Who do you think you are, gladiator? You'd suit the tunic, you eunuch. Oh, is that a low blow? Here it is one more time, in slow-mo. X-rated? Russell Crowe? I don't think so.
For America, he comes from the Bronx in New York, and he works for TIAA and CBEF, where he's a quantitative analysis. Please welcome Edwin Holmler.
Kevin, stay over the other side. Just go in there, smack him
In
first,
the blue
okay?
corner, the man who needs no introduction at all. Our promoter this evening, managing director of iSports, Alan Lacey.
Absolutely shitting himself. So all I want you to do now, all you have to do now is just pep him a little bit and then play it around. No, fuck that. Just pep him a little bit because he's nervous now. Wait! Hey, wait! Stop! Just don't go crazy. Break! Come on, get the pretty. Come on, how you juggle, man? Come on, that's good. Excellent. Beautiful, Edwin. That was good. Get your stuff up.
Is this what you want? You remind me of Tyson. No, really, that's my impression. The same naked aggression. I shit you not. What it takes, you got. Is that a gun in your pocket? Or do you carry a rocket?
So what were you today, promoter or boxer?
That's a very difficult one to call. I think I was certainly promoter till around 5 o'clock, and then I just lost it. I handed the reins over and started to think about what I had to do, you know, after 6. But I feel absolutely fantastic, and this is it. This is what I've been trying to tell people about, this adrenaline rush, and then suddenly release afterwards.
He's got the personality to do it. He knows enough about the game that he can sell it to people. Certainly when I first heard about this, it was through him and Adrian, and the combination of the two of them was really excellent. The way they described the fighting, they made a sort of really good tag team as a promotional team, and they really sold it to us very well.
Time, go. Good luck to all you guys. Don't remember now. Kid Chocolate here is watching. Break, step back. No hell there, watching, okay?
Brett was over there shouting away.
Yeah, it's been a bit crap. Listen, we've got some free beers here later. We've got this bar all night. So.
You hanging around?
I'm going to get drunk. I'm going to get really drunk.
Well, I'm up there in the corner up there.
Okay.
With a couple of mates. And are you hanging around here?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking brilliant. Absolutely superb.
I can hear them shouting, he's got his gloves down, hit him. So I'm trying to keep my gloves up. And then my guy's shouting jabs, I'm trying to jab. Somebody's shouting moves, I'm trying to move. And you almost haven't got time to do all the things you want to do. So I finished and I can't remember what I did. I can't remember what I threw. I knew I caught him with some good jabs. And
Did you want to win?
yeah, I mean, but win isn't the right word. I wanted to do well. I want to look good, which is a different thing because I'd be quite happy if we both look good. And,
Seconds out. Here's a left hook to the jaw. What the fuck? What's up? Here's more. An uppercut to the nuts. You putz.
It's not an ego thing, it's just natural. You take anybody, even the humblest man you like, he's not going to want to step in the ring and be made to look a fool. I've got the capacity to look like an idiot in front of an awful lot of people. I want to win because I think probably everybody does. I think I'm different from anybody else. Nobody's going in there to lose. That's not what we do this for. Do I want to knock somebody out? I guess it'd be nice to sort of swagger around and say I knock somebody out. It's nice to just nod and say, yeah, you did okay.
But you do want to win.
Definitely. But that's why I'm doing it.
You're the catch of the day, a lamb to the slaughter. If you don't know it, you oughta. They got you on ice. Time to pray to your God. You're a human sacrifice. Evil to deny boxing, because if you don't box, you kill. That's my opinion. All the time.
Do for the sport of it. That's all you do it for.
Sport. I like the anger. It's a test. Like in a tribe that you have to go out and kill the lion. You have to cut yourself with knives.
You actually see it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the sport?
You think I made sport? If that's sport, I'll go play tennis. I'm flying through my fists, and wherever I go, and I don't answer to it. I don't question it. I'm not one of these stupid politicians asking questions. I have no questions. I am life. I am a poem. I am a fight.
Listen, look, I was talking to you the other day about the white collar scenario. I've had a meeting now with a South African agent, and they're very interested in putting something together out there. Yeah, listen, in the meantime, I've got some dates penciled in at the Porter Tun Rooms in Chiswell Street in the city. Yeah, well, I think so. I mean, it's straight in the heart of the catchment area, isn't it? Listen, Steve is the devil you know, isn't it? Huh? Yeah. Yeah, of course I know. He was all over him like the proverbial cheap coat, wasn't he? Yeah.
Take a tip from a guy who's hip to the game. Never trust a promoter. They're all the same. Don King by nature, if not by name. Never take your eye off a guy who says, trust me. Trust me.
I think if this thing is going to work, it's going to need some serious administration behind it. And that is somewhat of a concern, because I definitely don't have the time to get behind it in that way.
Have you got the money to back it though? Because obviously then you need people.
Well, I think there's certainly, there's a lot of money, sloshing around the economy at the moment that's looking for a home. And what we're going to do is to go back, and maybe I'll be boxing the same guy that I boxed earlier, Benny from the Bronx. I'll have to train very hard for that one, trust me.
treading with one foot. Yep. You double jab right hand, I'll have my hands up while I'm treading, if I can do it. Okay. If you see me sinking, then you know something is pulling me. You know what I mean? Yep. So if we go down, we can pull it out. Ready?
Now spit in the bucket. That's your blood butt. Fuck it. That's a spirit. Feels good getting hit. Don't it?
Do you think you're a bit of a hustler by nature then?
Hustler? Certainly not.
How would you describe yourself?
Oh no, I'm far too, I'm a reticent wallflower by nature. Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Isn't that obvious? No, listen. I mean, you got every business is forceful. You have to be forceful. Hello. Trying to get this guy. Forget that. Trying to be forceful with him.
49 bid, 25,000. 25 at 7/8. 25 at 7/8. I'll be out of my bid unless you have something for me, Eddie. I didn't hear that, Eddie. Couldn't hear it. Chris, please speak up. 25. Chris, don't give me the look with that fucking look on your face either.
You think trades, huh? How many shares you own? You own more than 30%. Well, float's 4.5 million. No. The float is 4.5.
Hey, kudos at the water cooler. You might even fool a tempered to bed. Win a heart with a flirt. Yeah, I box a bit just to keep fit. And for the discipline. It's a Zen thing.
There's 9 million shares. At $13 a share, let's say. That's $112 million. 117 million. 9 times 13. $117 million. You just said that. It's interesting having an activity or it's beyond a hobby, but let's even call it like a hobby or something that I do that, I feel I have to prepare for, or that I have to be disciplined about, and that I feel I'm really learning this, a skill. It's a craft, it's an art.
Do you think you're narcissistic?
I think there is I wouldn't call myself narcissistic, but certainly there's an element of vanity that goes into all of this, or ego, if you would. Absolutely.
I was really top of the barrel because I lived a very high style. I was picked up every day in a Rolls Royce with a chauffeur. I was whisked off to Gleason's where I'd box for a couple of hours, get driven over to my office on Wall Street. I'd live like the American dream. But underneath the dream, it was rotten, like apple pie with a worm in the apple. And underneath it sucked.
He was a very good dresser then. He was wearing a lot of, pinstripe suits and Hermes ties. And then he started boxing, and I just started seeing, with every perhaps hit on the head that he received, a new personality emerging. Someone much more angry, much more aggressive, much more out of control, irresponsible, flamboyant.
I did see these ugly male faces floating around that I wanted to clean.
Oh, but that's so aggressive.
And so I felt all this energy backfiring with me like...
But wait a minute.
I was going to explode.
Just a minute, then you have to call your psychopharmacologist because your medication's not high enough.
No, because I have discovered something.
You should not
I
be
am
feeling
in touch
angry.
with the male enigma. I am in touch with the source and root of his
Darling,
creativity.
you are the male enigma.
His creativity. and his hostility.
What?
And I'm going to write a book about this eventually. And all those other dangerous men who walk around with this phony pacifism.
You're dangerous.
Who are going to blow up society.
David,
Will
you were.
ruin it. I am the one chance for civilization to
Didn't
evolve.
you like Ted, whatever his name was, not Ted Bundy, but the bomb, the one who used
The
to blow up
Mad
people?
Bomber, the Unabomber.
Yes, what was his name?
Ted Kaczynski.
Yes.
I like that he lived in a hut and wrote all day long,
Very
and he had
good.
a total conviction of his own genius.
And look where he is.
Well,
you don't want to go back there, do you?
He's in a better place than he was. They put him in a nice jail. He was in a hut on a mountain. He went up. That's like a upward mobility.
I don't think so.
I don't like what he did because I don't believe in blowing strangers up. I believe in blowing people up that you know, that have given you good cause.
Oh, that's lovely. Well, you know me. What are my chances?
Oh, wonderful. I love to hit somebody. I just feel good because I like the muscular movement like I'm an animal. You just feel stronger, better. That's your winning. It's not like shooting 64 on the golf course is your winning, which is a slow aggregation of torturous boredom. Here I got one swift bang and I've won. It's an orgasm again. So yeah, there's a satisfaction to hurting someone.
It was in Madison Square Garden. There were all these white-collar boxers, and my husband was about to fight this fellow called Sick Vic, and it was a 3-rounder, and I don't even think it went to 3 rounds because my husband was hit so badly he just fell to the floor, and that was it. It was called, and I just felt horrible. My stomach was just turning. It's awful to see someone you love being hurt. And I went over to him afterwards. I congratulated him for his effort. I said, well, look, you've done it. You've been here at Madison Square Garden. I hope we can say goodbye to it. And he looked at me dead seriously, and he said, never. He said, no, I'm continuing on. I'm a contender. I'm great. He had these delusions, that he was better than Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, I think it's in me to kill. I think every man. For example, if someone came up to me and smacked me out of nowhere, so I punch him, he punches me back. Then I get a little scared. If I don't kill this guy, maybe he's going to kill me. I get him on the ground. I start punching him. I want to put him out. He goes out. I start kicking him. I kill him in a minute without thinking twice. Gladly. Gladly, because he shouldn't have been interrupted by day.
It's very much a controlled aggression. It's not like I'm some psychotic person in there who just wants to unleash all his demons or all his, frustrations and take it out on somebody else. I'm not like that at all.
I am Gandhi with gloves.
Oh,
I am the one chance for civilization.
Gandhi is
No one
rolling in his
realizes
grave.
it because they're too stupid and they want to take the naive positions.
David,
But I encompass
What are you
68
saying now?
contradictory
What are you
positions
saying?
like
You're saying
Heinz
you still
ketchup.
want to fight? Are you saying you still want to hit
Of
someone?
course I want to kill people, but I don't do it for you.
No, but that's
This is my affection for you.
No, you don't understand. You need more medication. It is
I am
clear with this
over-medicated.
conversation. No,
I am medicated because I have such an infusion of tremendous thoughts that I have to calm. I'm not angry.
But you are. Boxing is an act of aggression.
Society is angry.
You just
There are
said you
people
hate
living and
people and you
dying
wanna
in the
kill them.
street.
David,
And I think through violence I can bring them to a sense of peacefulness.
that is absolutely pure, unadulterated crap. And you know it.
There's a possibility, but I really believe
Absolutely.
it.
You don't believe it, and that's why you're grinning. Everything is funny to you.
Because everything's funny to me.
Of course, but then nothing
But it
is
doesn't mean I
serious.
don't believe it.
Oh, absolutely.
No, there's no seriousness to seriousness. There's only humor to seriousness, in which case you can make it rather serious.
I really am getting a deja vu here. I feel like I'm dining with the Mad Hatter. I really do. I feel this Alice in Wonderland, and that's what this night is like.
Oh, it's good soup.
Are you married?
Yeah,
What does your wife think?
she hates it. With a vengeance. Hates it.
So is it an issue?
Yes. Yes. She would have no truck with it and thinks it's an awful sport. I'm not sure that really anybody really understands why they do it. You know, I mean, it's a knee-jerk thing, and it's okay. That seems good. Let's try it. But I mean, probably none of us have really dug around deeply enough. I mean, do you need to? I think you can dig, you know, deep enough, and maybe you're just going around in circles over it. You know, I think just, you know, you enjoy doing it, just go and do it. Just don't get hurt. That's it, isn't it?
All right? Okay, Mom. Okay, I love you too. Bye-bye. All right. You can edit that, right?
Who's that?
That's my mother. My mother's going to Portugal.
How did she feel about
I wasn't going to tell her I was fighting on Thursday because she'd get upset.
Did she really?
Absolutely.
Does she know you both?
She knows. She doesn't like it
Why not?
because she thinks I'm going to get hurt.
Have you ever been hurt?
No. Never been hurt.
Well, you've never felt in any way hurt.
Well, when you say hurt, I mean, you know, I got hit in the ribs the other day and someone bruised my ribs and, you know, it's just starting to heal now. So I'd go home and lay down and I couldn't roll over on one side. But that's, you know, I mean, I don't consider that getting hurt. I mean, you know, I can go out and play basketball and twist my ankle and, you know, hobble around for a couple of days. Does that make basketball a dangerous sport? No, not necessarily. You know, anything that you do, you know, with any degree of intensity, you have the ability to get injured. You know, this is no different.
So do you think it's irrational on her part that or do you think it's because she's your mother?
No, I think she's a mother. I think, that, you know, in her position, I'd feel exactly the same way. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
So if you were a father, you wouldn't want your son?
Absolutely. Hello? Yes. Hey. At 25. Okay. Thanks.
If you had a child, you wouldn't want him to box?
Probably not, no.
There was a swan song to blood and dying and boxing, like Lorca's poem about the matadors at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you know. There's a sadness and a beauty like poetry and I think suffering. And boxing, the Wall Street guys who box, I don't think come in to suffer, they come in to hurt. And they discover that they don't hurt so well, so they usually drop out very quickly.
I've seen some of the most brutal things in the last couple of months. Boxing is a harsh sport. You see these guys who've just been beaten up for 5 rounds, and then they sort of come back in and have a shower, and then they're just driving themselves home. And to me, to see that was kind of sad, because you see that a lot of these guys are just normal people. They're not what you tend to see on telly and you read about in the papers are all the superstars. They're up and coming, and once you go to the other side and you see these guys who are shot and they made it to a world title shot, they didn't make it, and then afterwards it's all downhill. It's really sad. They're just a name on somebody's card. So these up and coming youngsters, they want to beat them up. They want to get a name of a former world champion or former world title contender on their card. That was pretty much hard to take. They say when you go to the ballet you shouldn't sit near the front. right at the front because you can see people gritting their teeth and straining their muscles. Whereas if you watch it from the back, it's all beautiful, graceful movements because you can't see it too close. It was a big eye-opener. You can actually get too close to it.
I get a great deal of pleasure from it. That's the truth of it. Massive amount of pleasure. I would certainly like to examine the possibilities of taking it further, yes. What would that mean? Getting myself to a certain level, which I think I can do, whereas I could do maybe 4-round fights against a professional.
So does that mean you'd have to turn professional?
Yeah, although it wouldn't be about money. I'm not interested in the money, but yeah. Well, I want to be paid, and I don't want to give anyone 25%. That's for sure. I don't want to. I don't want to be screwed over. I don't trust anybody, and I want the final choice of opponent.
Do you really not trust anyone?
In this game, you trust people with your lives going in there.
Hey, Brando, does the dough cushion the blow? Remember, you suck, so don't forget to duck, schmuck, or you fucked. You see, I had the good fortune to evade some of my taxes and go to jail. And only in going to jail could I get relieved from the mundane trivialities of my Wall Street existence. I was happy because it was an adventure, and I didn't know anybody who'd been to jail. I mean, it's not like I'm from the streets where everybody on the corner has done some time. And I thought, well, this is exciting. I'm going to learn something here. So that's who I am, why I'm here in this game, not a cent to my name, training guys with the world at their feet how to fight. Now, does that seem right? I spent my days having lunch with retards. I had business insurance policies which were idiots. I mean, the work I do, even writing a little poem or something, is 4,000 light years more elevated and educated than the work I did there.
Sophomore. When I met you
I'm
at
still
20,
a sophomore.
you were writing poems.
I'm
big
still
deal.
a sophomore. My
Anyone
heart
can
still
write
goes
poems,
out
but
to
poems
no, not
don't
anyone
pay the
can.
bills. They don't pay the food.
I've somehow managed to pay
I write
enough
poems.
bills.
No, you
I
haven't.
know.
I've had to really suffer.
You haven't had to suffer so much, but I don't want to go into our mutual situations because we're in a fight about that because I have an opposite viewpoint on that with you.
Well, of course, because it fits you, it suits you.
I could have moved back in with you and you wouldn't let me, so I would have sued you for divorce and I would have got what I did
Chance.
and then it would have been
I
all right.
offered you a chance. I said, if you stop with the rap and get a real job and forget about going to the gym and boxing, and when you got out of jail, and that's why I waited for you, incidentally, because I prayed that some realization would have trickled in. I said, you can come back. And you said to me, no, I choose not to.
Right.
You made that decision.
Because I was,
why I didn't
was
divorce
an
you in jail.
Indian mystic who let me finish for a second. Who
You were the most
wandered,
unmystical person.
who wandered through the desert for 2 years, and I came back,
wandered
and
through the
and I
desert.
had revelations in the desert, and
There
I
are no
came back,
revelations.
and you
You're
said to me,
backwards.
look, give up your revelations, throw off your toga or whatever it is,
need lithium
and you can
badly.
come. And 1 second, you can come back into the house and have a job and work in the insurance industry. Well, I cannot have spent 2 years in the desert to
David,
work in the
you weren't
insurance
in the
industry.
desert. You were in
It's a
a
contradiction
jail.
in terms.
You were in a
It's an
jail,
oxymoron.
and it was only
And the
proof
jail
that you
was the
hadn't
desert.
learned any kind of
And the
responsibility
jail was the desert. And
for what you had
Moiser
done.
Dayan,
50
the
people were
Israeli
out of work
general,
because of
said
you.
he was
And
illuminated
you
when he
didn't
was in
care.
jail for a couple of years.
Excuse me,
That
you
is
are
the
not
greatest
Moiser
experience a
Dayan.
man can have.
It's not for you.
And you don't find it with most of the people in a restaurant like this.
That is your mania. You are turning everything into something glorious.
Because
no
I
one
see
goes
the
off
glory
to jail
there.
singing la-di-da, I'm going up to camp, which is what you did. And that's because you were manic. And
Well,
when
it was
when the
prison
doctor
camp.
in prison diagnosed you as manic depressive, you said, no, he's wrong.
I
And
said
he was right.
retarded.
Boxing destroyed his life. It turned a man that commanded respect into someone who hasn't worked in 7 years, lost his company. 50 people were out of work. And my son was without a father.
With the internet.
What was your biggest account?
I could care less. It was rich for a stupid, rich, fat old lady.
No,
it meant nothing to me.
You're being very
What
phony.
it meant to me is I made a few bucks.
I can't carry on this conversation with you because I know I was living there then, and it did mean something to you.
Sure, it meant I'm a big shit because I'm handling this account.
You're saying that now. You're lying.
You think I had some sort of emotional attachment to her buildings?
No, I'm saying, but you were happy with what you were doing then, and you can't tell me differently.
It's all amusing to me.
It's not. Yes, of course, it's
Well, you
amusing
don't have
to you.
You're entitled to not be amused by the same things I'm amused
not
by.
amused. No.
I respect
You're
your
living
lack of humor.
a dream life and doing whatever you want to do without any care and worry and any responsibility.
Why should
and
I
you
be
should
one of this
admit
herd of buffalo?
that-
I'll end up being buffalo steak.
I sparred with the guy today that you're with. I'd be going for his body a lot. He's very square when he fights. He had a habit of dropping his right hand, so I'd be looking to do a left hook as much as possible. Well, just a fake jab, come in, and then left hook. But always after the left hook, always follow you with your right hand. You're throwing it, bang, 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 bringing it back in, keeping it high.
It would have been nice to have Adrian over here, particularly with the first fight.
Alan was great. I mean, he fought that Jack Gruber, the dentist, and he had a real tear up with him. It was a really good fight.
That was out here, yeah?
Yeah, it was good. Shame he couldn't be here.
I'll give him a call straight after. I've got his number. Wake him up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
And I'll be gone. Be good.
It's certainly disappointing for me because when I committed to do this in the first place, there was obviously all these people doing it, and it was really, really fun. Now it's, as I said before, it does feel a little bit like it's me against all these other people that I don't really know and things I don't understand.
You don't play around in this playground. Put up your paws. No, please. My dad's bigger than yours. Attention-seeking, shit-speaking, money-dealing, sweaty-squealing. Juvenile. Your infantile ego's out of control. Go back to your Lego before the mauling. Run along now. Your mama's calling.
I want to win. I want a trophy. At one point, he had a room filled with maybe 100 trophies. Little testimonials, I suppose, to himself. I don't know. It just, as I said in the beginning, it was interesting, it was different, but it turned very disrespectful in my eyes.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an English buck. Good, Phil. Good body work. More speed.
Why didn't you tell him about jazzing? I thought he was my friend.
Come here, you dummy. You look better that round. I want even more pressure. I want him to faint.
He was trying to hit me a little bit there,
He
so
was. And you know what? When he hit you, should have knocked him right down. Who the
Nah.
fuck is he to hit you? No one hits you. If he tries that again, you knock him down with your hook. Okay? And more body shots.
So Chris, how are you feeling?
Pretty nervous at the moment. It's obviously the first time I've been here. It's quite a place to be. I mean, it's quite an intimidating atmosphere, but I'm looking forward to it. I've known this was going to happen for like months and months and months. Now I just want to get it over with. Just want to get in the ring and do it. I just want to get changed and warm up and sort of mooch around a bit. I've been wandering around a certain shirt and tie for like half an hour, and people keep staring at me. So I just want to get changed into my stuff and sort of melt into the background for a bit.
Who's that you were looking at over there?
That over there is Jeff, is the guy I'm fighting.
What do you think?
It's very fashionable and very trendy, and he's obviously very confident in himself and sort of the way he's presenting himself. So that's good. I like that.
You're not suggesting he's all style and no confidence?
Well, I don't know, but he will have to be in a position soon where he will have to prove it. You know, it's good sort of talking and coming in like confident and everything, but you know, we'll see how keen he is in about an hour or so. When I normally get ready for stuff like this, play rugby or anything, I like to be on my own. I like to be left alone and just get on and do it, and this is definitely weird.
Do you want us to leave you alone?
It's all mind games, because all this turning up as part of your image, and you know, with all the Ray-Bans on and your cap backwards and all looking like a superstar, because it helps make you feel at that level. It's like wearing a dinner jacket. When you wear a dinner jacket, you look yourself in the mirror and think, oh yeah, I look good. And it's a similar thing for boxing. You don't want to be skipping in the warm up and keep tripping over the rope, because you just look like an idiot, and it doesn't do anything for your confidence. You know, if I go through the ropes tomorrow and fall over on the floor, I'm not gonna want to get up and float like a butterfly.
And the men don't cheer as you walk to your corner. They jeer and they leer, because the reason they're here ain't the guts and the glory. It's the same old story. And here's the part where you see 'em in their fifth-rate coliseum.
Hands up here. Bang, 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 bang. You do your work, step out, come in, start all over again. Bang, bang, bang. Up here, elbows in, protect the body. All the time, okay? Stay nice and loose. Move your study. Your feet are nice, okay? You get in trouble, you step out, start all over again. Okay? You're tangled up, box your way out of the clinch, okay? Start all over again. One thing, remember, no reverse in this business. No reverse, we never go backwards. Always to the side, always to the side, okay? Slip to the left, down to the left hook. Slip to the right, toward the right hand. Stay loose, baby. Stay loose.
You wish you were born in a slum like a bum and raised crazed in the street getting beat, bang, every day into shape by a gang, you dumb ape. Think you're tough, cream puff, cause you box with a dealer from the Bronx. He deals options, not drugs. You mugs.
last night was very, very intense, very aggressive. Really, you know, as I said, win, lose or draw, I got banged around. You know, my face hurts this morning, and I'm not sure that is what, when people talk about white collar boxing and envisage white collar boxing, I'm not sure that's what they're talking about. To begin with, I thought I'm just going to get killed because there was these arms flashing around all over the place and this sort of shaven head dancing around in front of me, and I could hear the crowd sort of baying, and I just thought I'm going to die here. I feel kind of like I've climbed a mountain. I'm sort of sitting at the top, looking down and saying, well, you know, I'm pleased I've done this. I can't say I honestly enjoyed the climb all the time, but you know, it's nice now to sit at the top and look down and say, well, I've done this. I'm not sure I'll do it again though.
So this is not his day job?
No, Phil is a judge. He's an important judge, which is one thing I don't like about Phil, because he's judgmental too. But I like Phil.
What I do now is I write. I mean, I'm a poet. I've had a couple of books published. I publish a lot in the magazines. I write voluminously. I'm under the delusion that I'm the greatest poet alive, and I'm expecting to win a Nobel Prize. Anybody who thinks differently, fuck them. I don't want to discuss it with you.
Okay, so wait, no, you've
I'm
just said it.
disabled by being super brilliant, which puts me disabled for normal society.
David, seek help.
I have
Seek
help.
Go to
I
your,
don't
go
need
to your
any more help.
psychopharmacologist.
If anything,
You
I
really
could
need
help.
it.
I could help my psychiatrist.
The more you talk, the more you're revealing how manic you still are.
I happen not
Maybe
to be
it's-
manic. I
is that
happen to
water?
have
Good.
a great sense of self-awareness of my gifts.
Well, your gifts need to be unwrapped because they're still
My gifts
in
are very
packages,
much
my dear.
present. And one day they will be known to the benighted majority that surrounds me.